Hey guys, I wanted to quickly talk about the paradox of choice, and completely got me thinking because we were doing lunch for the little ones, my tiny people, and I call them that for a reason because we forget that kids are whole people, they just happen to be smaller with a lot less experience and therefore make slightly different judgment calls with things. That certainly came into play. Oh, you're pushing me off of the chair. At lunch today, one little miss decided she would like some chips. We don't normally do chips. In fact, we pretty much stay away from junk food regardless. Finish the chips you have on your plate, Peggy. Speaking of, you have plenty of chips right here. You got like a whole bunch. The good kind, too. Gaga shares chips with them. That's kind of a weekend special thing that they do. After dinner, everybody sits around and they eat potato chips. Seriously. The Ripple kind, it's Utz. They're really good, nice and crunchy. Well, I really like Cool Ranch Doritos. I know it's terrible. It's like insta cancer, for your body. It's really bad stuff. Well, Audrey tried one. I thought she would hate it. I thought she would hate it. She really enjoys them as well. So great mom thinking. Now I have to share my favorite chips. Right? Yes. So the paradox of choice, I realized we start making decisions very young. She's just turned 2, and she can tell me what she wants for snack. She can tell me if she wants to do something or if she doesn't want to do something. She has ways of expressing feelings that don't always make sense to me. And then there's him. Yeah, him. Autistic boy who, has a better vocabulary than almost everybody. Well, most kids his age, that's for sure. But doesn't speak a word because, yeah. Yeah, you. He makes decisions and explains that he wants things in a completely different manner than she does. Can I get you in on this, Sissy Bear? No, you won't fit. Say hi. She's choosing not to say hi. But the paradox of choice makes us think that we've been making choices since a very young age. Yeah. So it should be easy by the time you reach 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You're old hat. This is pro. What do you want for a snack? Apples or pineapples? Cookies. Hello? So since we've been making choices for this long, why is it so difficult for some people to make a decision? It is. We overthink things. We overcalculate. We undercalculate. We calculate. If we're overthinking things and we're trying to impress somebody, if I was trying to be an impressive mom, we wouldn't be having grilled cheese and chips for lunch. We already had like 5 fruits for breakfast, though. The kids would be fruitarians if I let them. I'm 99% sure of that. But we don't drink soda. We rarely drink juice. But again, that's for our health, not for anybody else's. But if I were trying to be an impressive Pinterest mom, today would be a fail. It just would. So how do we lose that instant knowledge of ourselves and our wants? She wanted cookies for lunch. She didn't want a sandwich. I asked her, do you want a cheesy sandwich? Cookie. That's what she told me. She specifically told me she wanted a cookie. And I said, after lunch we can discuss your cookies, but what would you like for lunch? And she said, yes, cheesy. She communicated at 2 years old. She knows her wants, she knows her likes, she knows her preferences, and she can communicate them to me. Now, if a bunch of us get together and someone says, where do you want to go for dinner? It's like a 15-minute dialogue. Why can't somebody just make a decision? Well, years and years and years ago, because we got really, really sick of that, we made a rule. If you say no to somebody's suggestion, you have to make the next suggestion. And that's it. Or else you fall back. And that's it. That's the answer. That has worked for us. But again, how do we not know what we want? If someone's like, what do you want to eat? I'm like, I'm not really hungry. Whatever. That's like the fallback. Whatever, I'm not really that picky. I am pretty picky. I am pretty picky. I am. She's pickier. He's pickiest. I'm pretty picky. So for me, it's a hot out. I kind of want a salad. I've been craving salads. Fruit, anything, light, sweet. Yeah, totally. Taco Bell is normally not going to be an answer for me. Bob Evans, probably not. IHOP, nope. So even within that realm of giant decisions, I have already made a conscious choice to limit it to the group of places that I like best. You got Kermie? You can come sit. So knowing that I've already limited that group, I still will say whatever. Well, actually, I'll probably throw out Panera first because I've been on a Panera kick. They have this slushy with watermelon in it. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. I love it. I want the recipe. I love it so much. So I'd probably say whatever, or maybe Panera. Do you feel like Panera? And my sister, knowing her, would be like, no, I've already eaten at Panera 3 times this week with you. I'm not eating at Panera again. So it falls on her responsibility to make the next suggestion, right? And she'll be like, well, what else do you want? Instead of making a suggestion. And I'm like, oh, man, it shouldn't be this hard to pick some place to eat. My next fallback is usually sushi. Sushi is always dependent on how much money either of us have because sushi's a little expensive. Panera's kind of expensive too. The sushi place around here is pretty expensive. Sushi is a treat. Sushi is a pay week treat for us. But why is it so hard to make a decision about where we want to eat when we're hungry? Why? Why is it so hard to pick out clothes that we like? When did it start being so difficult to know ourselves and express ourselves? When did that happen? And I thought about it for a bit, and I really think it started around middle school when I realized I'm supposed to be paying attention to everybody else. I have this one piece of hair that's just like, why does everyone else's opinion of me matter? It doesn't. But in middle school, for whatever apparent reason, it did. And so I started second guessing. Well, what will so-and-so think of me if I say I want Panera? What will so-and-so think of me if I say I want sushi? Everybody else likes pizza. Why don't I like pizza? I don't really like pizza. All those second guessings like worm your way into your brain, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what I want. I know what other people want. I know Nikki likes Taco Bell. She's PMSing. I know I like their nachos and cheese. I know he likes a lot of things with cheese on them, but he really prefers a specific brand of chicken nugget. And yes, he knows the difference. She loves salads as long as they have dressing on them. Loves them. She just likes the dressing. I'm convinced. I don't know for sure. But if I ask her, do you want a salad? She will say yes or no. She won't have to think about it. She won't have to ask, what kind of salad are you having? She won't have to say, does it have X dressing or Y dressing? She will simply say yes or no. That's it. It's that easy. She will say yes or no. I will ask him, do you want fish sticks or chicken nuggets? I usually don't get an answer. But, I look at what he's had to eat for the day. I look at, other proteins. What did we have last night? And I try and switch it up a little bit and always offer him whatever she and I are having. But he usually has chicken nuggets or fish sticks. Although we did try salmon. It didn't work out well, but I tried it. Why is it so difficult to think about what everybody else wants? And it worms our way into we don't realize what we want. We're so concerned about what other people think about what we want that we don't even know what we want anymore. And that's depressing. That's very depressing. So I want you to think, before you ask somebody, what do you want for dinner? Think about what you want for dinner. Figure out what you want for dinner so that when someone says whatever, you can throw out the first suggestion. I'm a genius. I don't know how I didn't think of this sooner. But, if I could go back and tell my 12-year-old self something. What are you doing, McCall? It would be use better birth control. No, kidding. It would be to not give a crap what anybody else thinks and stop dating that jerk that I dated all through high school. Yeah, no, pretty much that's it. Life is simple, people. Yes or no. Make a decision. Is Kermie cool? Come on, say hi. Hi, Kermie. Hi. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, good. You're copying. That was very good. Thank you. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye.